The Cyborg Ninja, or Gray Fox, or Frank Yeager, whatever you want to call him. He was a more short-term mystery character of this game, and in many ways he remained mysterious for many. Frank Yeager was born in the early 1950s, which would make him in his early 50s-ish in this game. He spent his young life fighting as a child soldier for the Frelimo in the Mozambican War of Independence. He was known for letting his opponent's guard down by acting with the frankness of a young boy, so that he could more effectively kill them with the ruthlessness of a hunter. This got him the nickname the Frank Hunter by his enemies who had not been killed yet. He also spoke a little German, which led to some of his comrades calling him Jäger, which is German for hunter, giving him the proper name Frank Yeager. It's seemingly unknown whatever the hell his birth name was. This was also theorized to be the reason why Naomi chose the name that she did. Throughout the war, Frank killed dozens of government soldiers for the Portuguese regime, until he was stopped by Big Boss in battle, who placed the young man in a rehabilitation facility, thinking he would be safe there. At that center, Frank was taken by the CIA and used as a test subject in the Perfect Soldier project. This resulted in the rapscallion becoming a more efficient and remorseless killer, who had to be kept in a fluid-filled sensory deprivation tank which would reset his memories and suppress his emotions. He was given the code name Null. After that, Portable Ops. Afterwards, Frank participated in the Mozambican Civil War, this time for the Renamo. In one of his missions, he was captured by Frelimo soldiers and was tortured by them, having his nose and ears cut off. He was rescued a few days later by, once again, Big Boss. It was around this time that Frank killed a couple in Rhodesia during the Rhodesian Civil War, before discovering they had a daughter. Feeling guilty, he adopted her and cared for her as a younger sister. In 1980, Big Boss took Frank and his sister to the United States. Later, Frank and Big Boss returned to Africa to continue fighting the war, leaving the girl back in the United States. Later, during the early 90s, Frank became the only active field agent in Foxhound to receive the codename Fox, the highest commemoration in the unit, and was decorated 5 times for his excellent soldier skills. In 1995, Gray Fox was the agent assigned to Operation Intrude N312, where he was to gather data on a top-secret nuclear weapon being developed by Outer Heaven. Despite some early success and that he managed to relay some details of his reconnaissance back to Foxhound, he ended up getting captured. He was later rescued by Solid Snake, at which point he spilled everything he knew about Metal Gear, and they successfully destroyed a Metal Gear prototype under development in Outer Heaven. After this, Frank deserted the Foxhound unit, somehow eventually found Big Boss, who was presumed to be dead, and his loyalty to Big Boss, among other factors, led to Fox helping form Zanzibar Land by becoming an active participant for the Mercenary War. After being very successful in this war, he was assigned as commander of Zanzibar Land's mercenary force, also known as the Dogs of War. In 1999, Gray Fox began raiding nuclear disposal sites with a revised Metal Gear D, which, along with Zanzibar Land's capture of a biologist, led to actions by Foxhound. Snake was pulled out of retirement for this mission, in which Fox had begun transmitting anonymous messages to Snake, claiming to be his #1 fan, in order to get him to overcome certain obstacles and traps. After meeting, and Snake avoiding getting blown up on a bridge, Fox used all kinds of tactics to stop Snake, including sending an assassination squad to kill him after Fox had stopped an elevator, and trapping him in a giant pit. After capturing Solid Snake, for some reason, Gray Fox challenged him to a fight in which Gray Fox was in Metal Gear D, and Solid Snake was on ground level with all of his items. After Snake successfully blew up Metal Gear D, Snake and Fox fought barehanded in a minefield that looked suspiciously a lot like a small room, until Gray Fox was supposedly killed. I've always liked Gray Fox as a character, and I love the extra oomph they added to him in this remake. Gray Fox is portrayed as someone with a troubled past, doing the only thing he was ever taught to do with the only familiar person he sees. There's enough of an air and mystery along with the presence of power that makes a good Wolverine-style character. His powers are a bit absurd, but they are reasonable in an advanced sci-fi game, especially considering how he's supposed to be hidden technology. Gray Fox's fight scenes are all expanded in this remake, and I love how intense and visceral they feel. As far as I know, Gray Fox is the only character here to have 3 voice actors over the course of 2 games. Rob Paulsen for the English in the remake, Greg Eagles for English in the original game, once again, where he used the alias George Beard, and Kaneto Shiozawa in the Japanese version of the original game. Kaneto Shiozawa sounds good with a robotic filter over his voice, and his painful scream is really good, but without that filter, his performance doesn't work. He sounds so ordinary, and it doesn't give a good implication of Gray Fox's health and well-being, since he sounds like any guy off the street. I'll admit, he's a little better at sounding sad than the other two, but his voice doesn't fit the condition of Gray Fox. Imagine a man dying of lung cancer sounding something like Mickey Mouse. With a robotic filter over Greg Eagles' voice, he sounds intimidating in the right kind of way, but there's something very unnatural about the rhythm of his voice. Without the filter, he also does a good job, and his speaking style works with the rhythm of his voice, because it sounds like a dying man on life support. Rob Paulsen in the remake is my preferred actor, though, because he also has the intimidating dying man's voice, but also performs well at emoting during the appropriate scenes like the Japanese voice actor, and without the ordinary guy sound. I've already covered Greg Eagles' work, so I won't talk about him again. Rob Paulsen is another voice actor like Jennifer Hale who has an enormous and absolutely impressive voicing portfolio. Roles include Yakko Warner in Animaniacs, the Box Ghost in Danny Phantom, Gladstone Ganders in DuckTales, and Pinky in Pinky and the Brain. Nuff! Kaneto Shiozawa, who sadly passed away in 2000 due to cerebral contusion, has voiced Devimon in the first season of Digimon, Ray in The Fist of the North Star, Zato 1 in the Guilty Gear series, and D in Vampire Hunter D. Gray Fox has appeared in 5 games.